Hello, students. So, this is a reaction video, right? Because uh, you are supposed to do the digital inquiry work, and you have 5 groups. So I'm going in now today and going to see what you have come up with so far. So far you had 2 sessions. I think I've conducted 1 session. Mr. Stong has conducted one. The rest of the teachers in charge of digital citizenship will actually take turns to share some of the things that the teachers have prepared to really beef up your research and to guide you along on how to do your research. So I'll be going in group by group and give you my thoughts. Yeah, I have not actually seen it, right? So let's see. Should I start group one? All right, let's go. Okay, so let's take a look. We start with research question. So yeah, let's go in. So what do we have here? Okay, so I can see that the group one you have chosen digital etiquette. I hope it doesn't clash with the rest. Let's see. So the research questions you are zeroing on is what consequences are there for bad online etiquette? Oh wait, there's another one. This one in bold, right? Okay. What is the outcome of good or bad online etiquette? Good or bad? Um, I think it can be phrased a little bit better. Like, for example, what is the how does online social think about it? Because good or bad sounds very weird, right? So about how um online etiquette actually impact people experience online or on social media or something like that. Maybe something along that line. The word good or bad sounds very awkward to me. But sure, I can see that you sort of outline some of the things that you want to look into, some background information, what exactly is etiquette, okay, and then you have all these general rules and so on. So you have all these etiquette, or netiquette, and then you have some website that you have read. That's good start. So you're going to actually try to study the outcome and the impact of each of these rules, I suspect, right? So offensive comments, how does it affect people? How does it affect the people who made it? And how does it affect people who hear it? And how does it affect bystanders who see it and so on? I guess that's what you can do, right? I hope this is not just a top down, you go there and start preaching and so on, but a more thorough research. But it's a good start. I can see the overview. Okay, this is okay. Just that I thought the wording can be a little bit better, more. Um, I don't know. Use AI to help you to craft something more um research question like. All right. Okay. Let's see your extension and reduction. Okay, so you have the same thing here, right? So this one can be updated. So you want to see, this is what I'm talking about. You use words like impact, it'll be great, right? And how it affects them. So see whether you can work this research topic into the research question itself. So respect, courtesy, being respectful to others is basic courtesy, allowing for relationship building. Yes, this is good. Shows your character as a whole. Okay. Reduction, having bad etiquette would impact others as they will not have respect or courtesy, feel like they are being cyberbullied. Okay, this is odd. This is odd. Um, let's read the next one first. Okay, communication online, right? Connection with wider variety of people. So instead of wider variety of people, nowadays we'll use words like people with more diversity. I think you can use words like this. Bonding, okay, or instead of bonding, is befriending and have better understanding of people of different diverse background, right? Making more friends. So that's the extension. However, the reduction I see having unclear offensive language online. Okay, this is something about the extension and reduction a bit off track a little bit. Let me give you an example. So the communication online will be, connection with people of wider diversity allow us to gain better understanding and so on, right? So the reduction, what does it do? Is it so the reduction? It should be a lot around the same vein, but the same thing such as the ability to communicate online with greater diversity of people. The so okay, let me. So the characteristic is that online communication allow us to have more diverse exchange of views, okay, or rather exchange of views with more diverse people. Then the extension will be better cross-cultural understanding, right? And then the reduction will be something like erosion of own personal culture, maybe, for example, right? For example, the youth in Singapore, right? We are quite extensively exposed to media from the global West, including US, UK, and because of the language that we use. So it's all fine. But because of that, you find that our young nowadays, our youth nowadays have struggled with our own mother tongue. So this is also some of the things that as a result of our exposure and high penetration rate of our youth who actually look into this communication online. So this is something. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about extension and reduction. Not really about the contrasting attitude. It's the same attitude, same things that happen, but what are the pros and the cons? So the ability to communicate online, what is the pros? It's not whether good communication or bad communication, right? Relation building, respectful. Okay, so yeah, I can see the quite off track for the first group. So think about it, right? Sharing information. For example, another good one that you can work on is maybe on sharing information. You don't really need so many points, but a few really solid one for you to discuss and go in depth. For example, sharing information. The extension of the sharing of information is what? Is that information can be passed faster, right? There are better collaboration, and you can also, um, if you have a lot of your information online, for example, with certain government agency, then it makes the very seamless, right? The thing is, our government have our maybe health record. So when we go to the Ministry of Health, go to the hospital, suddenly they just need to pull out all this. So it makes things very convenient. However, again, okay, if this information is actually shared, very widely, sometimes people may abuse it. Okay, there are people who can hack it. So these are the reduction. And because of that, also another thing is people don't remember things, right? So sometimes we don't remember. Even something as simple as the phone, nowadays everybody has a contact on the phone. So you save somebody phone number onto your phone, and then that's all. You don't remember their phone number anymore. So if you want to contact this person, you look for their name, you just press down. But previously, before such technology is available, even with the phone, people do memorize the phone. So the ability to actually memorize details actually has been reduced. So this is called the reduction. Okay. So this is something that you need to. So I recommend group one, look at this again and try to work it out. Okay. Now let's look at group two. Okay, group two. So let's see the research question. So the research question, okay, rephrase already. What are the different aspects of different application, such as social media, gaming app, communication apps in the context of school environment? Okay, my recommendation for your group straight away is that you are trying to go too broad. Right? What do you mean by different application? You yourself have stated, right? Such as social media. The moment you're such as, it becomes very vague. So do you want to focus on social media or on gaming or on communication? Zoom in, and then after that, research on that extensively. I think this one is too broad. Okay, so let's think about it, discuss this tomorrow, do this. Okay, then we have extension and reduction. Let's take a look. Okay, information dissemination, allow essential information to be shared quickly. Yes, right. Misinformation and fake news may also spread quickly. So this is fine, right? So this is what I meant. So for group one, you pay attention. This is what group two did. So information dissemination is powerful now, right? It allows it to be very quick. So that's the extension. Good. But what is the reduction? The reduction is misinformation also spread very fast, right? So the thing is characteristics. Information dissemination is quick. So you may want to add in under the characteristic. It is fast. The characteristic is not information decimation. It is because it is fast. That is the characteristic. Characteristic is the quality. Quality is fast. So the fast cause problem. So the cause extension cause problems, right? So relationship, yes, you can. So the relationship building through social media, true, you stay connected. However, the connectedness is very surface. You don't have depth, and the byproduct, you end up you're feeling even more lonely, right? So that's one thing. So that's something to talk about. Okay, accessibility and convenience. I think this is yeah. So addiction because of dopamine and so on. Sure, easy access. So yes, okay, this group has a better understanding of extension and reduction. But I think this column that says characteristics, you may want to write it up better. Like for example, information dissemination, that is the tool or the action. What is the characteristic? The characteristic is much faster than previously. Okay, so this is something to talk about. Okay, so clean it up, and I see, so you may want to zoom in on something. That's for social media, but this group has a better idea of based on the few examples that I've read, better idea of extension and reduction. Okay, good job. Let's look at group 3. Okay, group 3, let's look at the research question, right? Whoa. Okay, how will emerging virtual reality platform, so this group want to work on virtual reality, which is okay, right? Zoom in, that's what I'm saying, right? Focus. Change the way we communicate. Have you been communicating in virtual reality? Not yet, lah, huh? But it's okay. You are imagining what will happen in the future. We can do that as well. Okay. And what are the potential social implication? Right. So I can see you have did some background. Okay. Background on all the vocabulary. What does it mean to be virtual reality? Which is good. Okay. I think this research question can be done. So let's see your extension and reduction. Okay. Characteristics. Virtual reality is convenient. Okay. Come out with simplified calling. Sure. Most people use current. So the new feature can even confusing. Okay, so yeah, it can be confusing. Maybe that there's this theory of proximity resonance, something along that line. You check it out. That means if something is very real, but it's fake, almost real, it feels very uncomfortable, right? If something is obviously very different from reality, like anime, cartoon, you watch it, no issue. But when you have someone real human face, but there's something odd and robotic, straight away this one is a robot and uncomfortable. But if it's a cartoonish picture and robotic, it feels very comfortable. There's something along that line. You check it out. It's a psychological reality of human psyche, right? Social relationship again, the characteristics is not just all these pointers. The characteristics is what, like social relationship. What about the social relationship that happens in virtual reality, right? Is it the loss of focus on trying to know what is real, what is fake, or what? That is the characteristics, right? Or a mesh of reality or something like that. It's not just social relationship, right? So this one need to rework. Okay, so this one, virtual can maintain better relationship. True or not? How different is the social media that we are using now compared to virtual reality? Virtual reality is actually seeing the motion, the speech. No, it actually hit more senses. So because it hit more sensors, that's a characteristic. It hit more sensors. The more sensors it hit, the more think about what happened to our perception, right? Will it get addicted? We don't know yet. All right. So this one, but yes, privacy and social concern, sure. Um, Accessibility will be it may be less as it could be costly, right? Actually, one of the things about virtual reality is because right now it's very costly, and for the the Apple thing you wear on the head, very costly, right? So because of that, again, will it cause social divide, right? So you get people who are affluent, who has the money, who can afford it, and they start to start connecting in this way. Will people who do not have all these tools get left out? So that is what you can talk about, sure, right? So yeah, so this one, you need to read a little bit more if this is the topic you want to investigate, because virtual reality is still, I mean, the idea has been around for a long time, but the actual application is still lagging. It's not commercially viable to everybody yet. So because of that, there's really not a lot of study into the impact. But if your group is ambitious enough and you want to go in depth, you can. All right. Okay. Let us go and look at group 4. Okay. Research question. Okay, group 4. I don't see your. I mean, I see lots of questions. You haven't zoomed into one. No, group 4. Group 4. Okay. Come on, keep to pace. Keep to pace. Okay. You let this snowball, then at the end, when it's time for you to go on stage and you present during our dialogue session, it's quite embarrassing. Okay, we are digital citizenship leaders. Um, we the whole point of the teachers making the effort to plan out every week, you make a small increment progress, is so that you can keep pace. So you have 2 weeks of doing this. Now I check in with you, I give you my feedback, you make adjustments, small adjustment every week, small adjustment every week until your end product. You 2 weeks of effort, this one not out yet. It's quite disappointing. Group 4. Come on, group 4. Okay. Okay, maybe you wrote it here. I don't know. Let's see. What impact does digital access have on job opportunity? Job opportunity. Digitalization. Okay. Um, sure. I think we can do this. We can do this. Okay, in that case, the other document, please clean it out as well. Right? That's the other document is where you put in all your preliminary research on the title itself. Right? So please put it in. Okay. Networking again, the characteristics is a bit off, right? What exactly is about the networking? So now networking, okay, is mostly done digitally. So you need to write it with some context. Don't just put one word under characteristics, right? Put a bit more. Okay, so platform like LinkedIn, all these job seeker. Other than LinkedIn, do you have others? There's a lot more. Okay, check it out. So a lot of things like e-resume, you don't even need to print out and send your resume anymore. So posting on website, yeah. So people with low technology access, they come. Okay, so this one, okay. I can see that the essential reduction is both about networking online. So yes, okay, but the characteristics are let's write it more properly. All right. So entrepreneurship, grow their business online, crowdfunding. Okay, yes, we have a lot of those kind of crowdfunding things. All right, you can talk about them, research about them, and also you have all the even marketing, right? Digital marketing is something, right? People no longer do traditional advertising. You advertise on all the various platforms and so on. So yes, and privacy concern. Okay, so good. So this one I won't call it entrepreneurship. Please, the characteristics is that now, if you are talking about digital access, so the characteristics here is that digital marketing is actually overtaking traditional marketing. So this is your characteristics, and then you talk about these points. Okay, transfer of data. Um, I'm not too sure what this got to do with what this got to do with job opportunity and digital access. Think about it again. Skills development, yes, okay. So even upskilling, skilling, and you talk about the all the skills future and so on, all the initiative, and not only that, I think you can read out, go and research a little bit more. There are lots of effort within Singapore itself to help people to upskill, to improve their skills, and a lot of these platforms happen online. So yes, it has a problem. So people who do not have the opportunity is a problem, right? So how do we actually help these people? So this is what you need to think about, right? People who do not have access to all the internet and all these platforms, don't know how to use all these platforms. Are we going to create some kind of tutorial for them and so on? Okay, so this will be your digital advocacy going forward, right? So something to think about. So clean it up, please clean it up. Tomorrow, okay, tomorrow clean it up. Okay, right. Let's look at group 5. Okay, group 5 have 3 documents. I don't want to see all the working document. Okay, let's go and look at this one. Huh. Okay, my first instinct is this. How do companies and government balance data collection and user privacy? A bit overlap with what the other group does, but it's fine. We can talk about this. But why companies and government? You are not a company. You are not a government. I'm not saying cannot, right? But it may be less stressful and more meaningful. Because imagine our audience and you yourself is students. Your audience is student leaders from other schools, and you come in and talk about companies and government. We are not going to invite government officials to sit in and listen to you, or bosses, CEO, and so on. So think a little bit long term. I I I I may recommend, even if you really want to talk about privacy rights and so on, to talk about schools But then again, other groups also do something similar. Which group was that? Is it group one? No, group one is etiquette, so fine. Group two, so there's no overlap. Group two is digital health. Wait, what is this? Digital health. Okay, digital health. Okay. Let me see if I remember it correctly. Okay. If it's digital health, then this thing will be quite different already, right? What other things about health? Digital health, when you talk about digital health, go and find out more about digital health. Excessive use of digital, right? It actually rewire our brain, right? How we get chained to the idea of dopamine, no dopamine. That's one issue. Mental stresses, and then after that, you look at social media, you see other people's life, emotions such as jealousy and so on start coming out. So your mental health get affected. The have and have not. Then you get angry, social injustice. You see people burning Singapore flag online. Whoa, angry, right? So this is digital health, and then after you talk about addiction to game, addiction to pornography, and so on, online gambling, games. So yeah, that is social health, right? So I see social health, then communication is not an issue here. This whole chunk is useless here. Uh, Social health and communication, not no. Gaming, yes. Uh, Social media, yes. I don't think this thing belongs here. Okay, so redo, please. Okay. Uh, Okay, then is it group three? Group three is communication, privacy. Okay, group four, digital access. Now, digital access and privacy do have a lot of overlap. So, I mean, you can do this, but I think the research question, think again seriously, because it's not saying that you cannot take a very macro view, but you need to understand your identity. You are representing the student leadership board. You are representing the school. You are speaking to students, and you talk about companies and government. Huh? So something more relevant to us, okay? So rethink this, okay, rework this, please. I think this one needs some work. Okay, then group five. So you want to talk about privacy, talk about student, right? How about your privacy? Okay, things that you put online, your relationship with your you talk about things like privacy, even things you can even go something really, really relevant to students. Your friendship, right? Sometimes you post certain things about your friends, it may not be suitable, the privacy is breached, then it affect friendship and so on. So maybe you accidentally release the fact that this friend of mine have a crush on this student from another class. Hey, these are things we can discuss. Okay, don't be stuck on all this really PR big picture idea thing. We want it to be relevant and applicable to our life as a student. We are students. Student, okay? We are student. So let's try to scope it so that whatever we are sharing is really useful for students. Can we do that? Okay. So your extension reduction in that case, I think need to redo as well. Rework it. So yeah, convenience, we talk about it. Yes. So again, characteristics. This characteristics must be characteristics. This is not characteristics. This is category. Okay, characteristics is not category. Characteristics, what is the characteristics of what, right? So if you talk about digital privacy, then I also think you need to zoom in a little bit. Digital privacy of what, right? Using social, maybe, right? Or website or online forum or what? Zoom in, right? Or is it yeah, okay, personalized apps. So personalization is a characteristics of many of the apps. Yes, cookies, right? Website have cookies. Competitive edge. This is okay. Why, right? So if it's a competitive edge, you won't be selling, right? Surveillance, yeah, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. And too many, we don't need so many roles under this extension and reduction. Just a few and to focus on, right? Just a few to focus on. Okay. So rethink this based on my feedback, rethink this. And of course, I'm doing this on a Wednesday afternoon. So you will watch this video this evening, I'm sure. Then maybe if your group can discuss a bit, you discuss a bit. If not, tomorrow morning, um, another teacher will be sharing with you on the benefits and biases. Okay, listen to the lesson. Then after that, no, redo this and then add in your benefit and bias thoughts into it. All right. Okay. Sure. Okay, so clean it up, and then maybe in another 1 to 1.5 weeks, I will look at your progress again and give another reaction video. Hopefully, the next session when I look at it, whew, some of you will impress me. All right, do our best. Okay, we'll end here. Stop recording.